Happy day, Closet Play community. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where and when you are catching this. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you for spending some time with me today. You can tell it's fall allergy season. I couldn't even make it to lunchtime with my contact lenses in. It's just brutal right now. But anyway, I wanted to pop on because I get asked, so I think of this as a style tip Tuesday, I guess. I am asked frequently, often in the comments on here, sometimes on Facebook or on Instagram, where I buy my scarves. And so I just wanted to drop on and talk a little bit about that, about buying scarves. So part of that answer is going to have to do with what kind of scarves you would like to buy. But who am I and why am I doing this? Well, my name is Liz Kleba. My company is Closet Plate Image, and we are all about sharing bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. I'm an internationally certified image and color and wardrobe consultant. If that doesn't make any sense to you, think of me as a personal trainer for your personal style. So obviously I need a haircut. It's getting in my way and annoying the daylights out of me. So I just wanted to pop on, like I said, to talk about where I find my scarves, because scarves are a signature item for me. I wear them a lot. And people always ask, oh, where do you find them? Where do you buy them? Like, how did you find one that went, how do you know that's all going to work? So I would say that the key there is, the short answer is I buy them everywhere or anywhere. But the key for me is knowing what kind of scarves I prefer. I have another video, and I'm not sure if it'll let me at some point link it in here, but I do have another video on different sizes of scarves and doing a bias fold. But I do have linked in the comments below, I will link a blog post that I've written about different kinds of scarves. So for me, I prefer square scarves of all dimensions, little tiny neckerchief size square scarves up to big, huge 50-inch square blanket scarves. I find them the most versatile. Other people prefer pashmina style scarves. Other people prefer oblong scarves. It really depends on what you're most comfortable using, manipulating, and tying. Right? What works best for you, for your lifestyle, for your personality style, and just what makes you happiest. Once you know the kind of scarf you like, that doesn't necessarily narrow down where you're going to shop, but it does make it much easier to shop, if that makes sense. So I find quite a few of my scarves on eBay, and in consignment stores and secondhand stores. I like scarves. I really love silk scarves and brand new silk scarves, particularly designer names are quite expensive. But I can find them at consignment stores, secondhand stores, sometimes even charity shops, op shops, as we called them when I lived in England. So a lot of times I will find them pre-loved. And for me, that's a treat, because not only is it good for my wardrobe budget, but I feel like I'm giving it another chance in the world, because I know a lot of people buy scarves and they never wear them. I can tell you that from personal experience, because I have bought tons of scarves that are used, but they've never been out of their original packaging, never been worn, never been loved. And so I feel like I'm giving them a new life. So there's one thought. If you like pashmina style scarves, I don't suggest buying those secondhand or pre-loved, just because a lot of times, depending on the fiber content out of which they're made, they can be, they can get snagged and caught very easily, particularly less expensive ones. So I would just suggest you buying those new. You can find those at a lot of the what we call the big box store websites. I know Amazon has a gazillion of them. If you type in pashmina, you will get pages and pages and pages of scarves. Hints for shopping for scarves online, whether it's new or pre-loved, if you specify the kind of scarf you like. So if you want an oblong scarf, specify that. If you want a square scarf, specify that. Specify the kind of fiber you prefer. So if you prefer a silk scarf, then you need to put in genuine silk scarf or 100% silk scarf. If you don't know at all where you want to start, and say maybe that's a whole nother video completely, like 3 starters to give to start your scarf wardrobe off and give you a place to begin. Oh, that's going to have to be, okay, there we go. That'll be the next video. That'll be Style Tip Tuesday next week. But if you'd like to find out more about scarves, tying scarves, different knots, all kinds of things about that, pop on over to my Instagram. I am doing a fall scarf challenge, or you can pop on over to the blog as well. I'll link it below. I'm doing a fall scarf challenge, which is 50 different scarf ties for the fall. We'll see if I get them done by the time winter actually arrives in December. I'm hoping I'll get them all done. If I don't, I'll just keep slogging till I get them done. But again, I shop for them anywhere and everywhere. I do love finding them pre-loved. I will buy them new. It really just depends on the scarf. Some other tips. Oh, sorry about that. Some tips and tricks for buying scarves is if you already have scarves that you like and that you're comfortable with the size and the tie, it's a no-brainer, but people sometimes forget. Measure that scarf. Find out the dimensions and how you like that size. And then oh, okay, an inch smaller, an inch bigger is going to be good for me. If you really like a 35 or 36-inch scarf, then look for more of those. Just so that a scarf is measured, and I'm wearing one here, and I don't have an extra in my hand because I wasn't thinking. But when we measure a square scarf, I'm just going to pull this off to show you. When they measure a square scarf, they're measuring the length of a side. They're going to measure the length of a side. So this would be probably a 21 or a 22-inch scarf. So you will find square scarves in everything from, 21 to 22 inches up to 55. I've seen 55 is about the biggest I have seen in a square scarf. Something to be aware of. Frequently, you will find men's pocket squares being sold as square scarves, and they tend to be quite small, 16 or 19 inches, and those aren't necessarily big enough. They're certainly not big enough to get around twice. But if you're only going to tie it once, you're not going to double wrap it, then that'll work as well. So that might also be a great place to take a peek and look for a new scarf. Might be another option for you as well. So just some thoughts there. If you like square, if you like oblong, stick with what you like and you're comfortable tying. And that sounds so simple, but so often people forget it. They forget it. And, buy a different kind and branch out and practice with that. But go with what you know. Go with what you are most comfortable with and what works for you, particularly when you're just starting to wear scarves and you aren't necessarily in your comfort zone yet. Let's start with the place you are comfortable. So I hope that helps a little bit. Again, I'm Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image, and it's been a treat, like I said, to spend some time with you today. Thank you for your time. Because your time is precious and it's a gift to me. If you got any value out of this, I hope you did. Please like and subscribe. It's YouTube. You know how it works. So thank you again so much. Stay safe and sound and sane and, of course, stylish. Bye.